Hello and welcome back to episode 20 of Misfortune. Where we left off, we encountered some goblins, a rival gang of sorts to the Misfits. So let me go to our screen here. Um, a couple of changes because this is episode 20, the big 2-0. I'm now using D&D 5e rules. I have officially took our character, Breglor, to D&D Beyond. I have that right here, separate computer. So I will explain things as I do them, and I'll try to roll. So I typically use the dice roller on the website, but to remain traditional, even though this is a virtual tabletop in a way, I will try to roll physical dice and just do the math in my head as far as my you know, skills and abilities go. So Breglor, just some a mistake I made in my last video, which was our first episode of the Bastards. I didn't talk about our characters too much. So you guys know about Breglor in general, but his D&D specs goes as the following. His strength is 12, dexterity 16, constitution 13, intelligence 11, wisdom 12, charisma 14. He has a +2 proficiency bonus, 30 feet walk as usual, +3 initiative bonus, and his AC right now is at 14 with what he has equipped. Right now we got our um, we have a dagger and leather equipped for armor. Now, our HP right now is at 15, so I adapted it to D&D. And what you guys are looking at is our initiative, well, not initiatives, is our lineup for this encounter. So we have 4 goblins, and we have the 4 misfits, and we have us. So the way I like to do encounters with D&D, since I'm solo, to just initiative party wise. So goblin struck first. We're past that initiative round, and I'll just go down the list basically. That's just how I prefer to do it. I know you typically want to do initiative per character, but that's just how I do it. Makes it a little easier for solo play. So I will not be using one page solo for this episode. I'll be using one page mythic, which is fantastic. And like I said, we left off. We scaled a little cliffside to get a vantage point above. The goblin struck first. They struck an arrow into the first misfit guard you see on the list, so he's hurt down to 8. You can see the AC and the HP for each character. I kept things really simple. I didn't list armor. I just listed their HP and AC and their weapons. So let me do this so you guys can kind of uh, separate the column from the list. There we go. I'll try to do this for each encounter that we encounter, but encounters don't happen too often in my campaigns, obviously. Now, I'm using controlled plant. That was the idea, is that I was going to use controlled plant spell that we got from, I think we got that from Karen, Game Rules. So right now, let's see where we left off on the list here. And by the way, we are still right about here on the map. We're on this little trail, mountain for the mountain range, a path, mountainous path. Goblin struck first. Archer Goblin fired an arrow at the guards. So one of the guards got hurt. This guy right here, hitting their shoulder. We didn't do damage roll. I just kind of just thought about a random value to roll. And that was the archer, so I'm assuming now it's going to be one of the fighter turns. So the fighters, we can see if who he would. I'd say the fighter is probably going to go for, since we're up top, they don't see us. I think he rolled that. They don't see us. Dervis then strike first. We know that. Turns back, doesn't see me, and Dervish thinks we fled, so that's a narrative point right there. Okay, so the we could do initiative to help balance things out. Let me do that. I know I'm flipping my books here, but let me do initiative. I'll pause it so you guys don't have to sit through that. Okay, breaking tradition. I have rolled a d20 for all the characters plus my initiative bonus of +3. So the Goblin Leader is at 12, Goblin Archer 11, Fighter 4, other Fighter 14, Dervish is at 10, Ruth is at 17, Misfit Guard is at 5, the other guard's 4, and again we're at 11. So I'm going to copy these specs to our characters, to our NPC list, because now they have official specs. So let's do this. Let's do this is, I don't care much for initiative, but we have AC, HP, weapon. So there we go. And then for Gruith, he has specs too. We'll be right about there. Perfect. So, okay. That way we can keep track of their health as the campaign go. Now they're pretty simple characters. I haven't created character sheets for them entirely, but that gives us a workaround for D&D now. And I do apologize that I earlier I'm like I don't do initiatives per character, but now I'm thinking about like that probably would work better for simpler rule sets, but because this is more D&D and we're focusing on each action, I think initiative is going to be uh, necessary. Thought I heard something. Okay, let's begin. So first up the bat is Gruith. He's gonna make a move after that guard was struck by the archer. So let's say that Gruith is going to use his magic and he's going to do a fireball. I'm gonna say fireball is D6 at this point. He's gonna try to strike. Gruith is going to try to strike one of the nearest fighters. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the this one here. So let's do an attack roll to see if we can get over 12. 17. So D6 damage. Okay. Five. 5 damage. He blasts that goblin. So he's down to 2 now. Okay, that was Gruith. 17 next up the bat is the fighter that he just struck. So he's on fire. Um he just put himself out, stopped, dropped, and rolled. So now he's gonna strike. I'm gonna say um let's do a D4 to decide who he strikes. Because we have an even number of characters that they can't see us. The archer might be able to. We can ask the oracle that. 3. So I'd say 3 would be the other guard. So misfit guard. The archer, I'm sorry, the fighter is going to attack the misfit guard. Number 3. So let's roll to see if he can get over the AC. It's a measly 10. 6. He's unable to strike. Okay. Now we are 14. So we're now at who's next? 12. The leader's next. I'm gonna underline the initiative too. Like that just helps me or not underline, highlight. That helps me keep an eye on who's going right now. The leader is going to strike Dervish trade up. I don't think there's a question about it. And so he has to roll a 14 or higher. Critical 20. The leader rolled a critical 20 and it's a Warhammer. So man, that's gonna be double. So I'm gonna say double. Dervish, look out, buddy. I'm gonna say Warhammer is gonna be D6. So I'm gonna do 2. D6 for the goblins. The goblins. 1 second. Okay, and like I said in other videos, I'm kind of new to D&D, so I will break the rules. I will fudge the rules. I will not know all the rules. I'm just gonna play it as I see it. And for me, I think for a critical 2 of the D6 is appropriate for Warhammer. So we'll see what happens. 4 and a 2, so that's 6 damage to Dervish. Dervish takes 6 damage. No question about that. He strikes Dervish first, leader to leader. So Dervish is down to 11 now, and we'll have to update that at the end of the episode. Now it's going to be who's next up the bat? I'm actually working my way down. So 12, who's next? 10. Dervish I went. Oh, Dervish is up. Let's do underline because highlight has an extra step I have to take. Um, what's Dervish gonna do here? No, I'm sorry, it's me, or it's the archer. So I'm tied with the archer. I'm gonna say me first. So I'm going to. Will I attack or will I wait? I'm gonna use control plants and let's say I'm going to because I'll have a ranged weapon, but control plants probably is can bind them. So it will take an attack roll. Nothing, I don't recall if magic does require an attack roll. Let's take it require a saving throw from them, but I will say it does. So I'm going to use on the whole group control plants. I'm going to spring some vines up from the ground and grab all of them and squeeze them. So that will require. I'm thinking that they're all well, probably not the archer. I'm gonna say that the leader and the two fighters are in range for that kind of magic spell. So I'm gonna do control plants to just spawn a couple of vines from the ground, so these big green sharp vines, and try to circle around based on the spell. But I think this. Let's see. Does this? I'm gonna ask the oracle. Does my control plants? Is it one use only? So I'm gonna say 50-50 on this. Is it one use only? 67. It's not one use only. So I'm going to say because that's a middle to no, I'm going to say it has two uses. So let me update my equipment here. So we have control plants. I don't think I have that actually. Equipment, magic. Let's see. I'll have to add this. So add custom item. This is a control plants. This is going to be scroll. D6 damage area, and then it is two uses. Okay, perfect. All right, good. So we have a custom item set. So I have that. All right, so I'm going to use that, and we'll roll attack roll, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to do the three characters on the other side. So, oh shoot, what's my attack roll? There is no bonus for that. All right, well, yeah, let's roll for it. I thought it was an attack. 17. Nice. So, um, 17 gets, let's see, gets all of them. So we hit this, the vine spawn from the ground and uh, grab the fighters and the leader. And it will just do one d6 per character. So we'll do damage roll for leader with the Warhammer. 5. Nice. So 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Take him down to 7. The fighter, the first fighter, 5 again. That's 2. And then the last fighter, who's relatively weak in the moment, 5 again. I'm just rolling 5s today. So this guy is out. He's dead. The vines kill him, crush him, and yeah. So the vines disappear. And because they saw us, because I did that trick, we have to roll to see if they see us now. So this is a story roll. I'm gonna say very likely they saw, possibly they saw us. We haven't got to the archer yet. All right, let's see. 74, 50. They did, yeah. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't choose a value. See, very likely, yeah. I did. Yeah, they barely see us, so that's a weak yes. Very likely. They barely see us. And I'm going to say it's just going to be the archer who sees us at this point. And the archer points up and he points and yells to us. He says, "There's another one up there." Or just point straight up. So we're now visible. So we can be included in attacks from the other side. So we just went. Next down is let's see. I made a mistake of going down the list as far as in value. I should have went up in initiative, but I'm going down. 11. Let's see. It's the other archer. So rightfully so, it's the archer. So he's gonna take his bow and fire at me because he saw me perhaps a glow of magic spawned from the scroll as I read it, and he has to roll a 14 or better. Let's see if he can strike me with a bow. Ah, shoot, 15. Okay. He pulls his bow back and he fires, and he does get me. Damage for a bow, I'm going to say is D4 on this one. Let's see how much damage. I get 2 damage. So I'm down to 13. Okay, so I take a hit. The bow hits me in the shoulder. I pull it out, but I do get hit. Next down the list is Dervish. So Dervish is next. Undo that one. And again, I do apologize if I'm doing this wrong or if I did have some missteps. I think I screwed up the initiative, but I'm just going to keep going because distance is indeed fun. So Dervish has a rapier, so he's going to go after the leader if he can. I'm going to say he's going to strike the leader. Let's roll because the leader is hurt, but yeah, he's going to strike with his rapier. He needs 12 or more. Critical 20, just like the leader had. So he strikes the leader with his rapier. I'm going to say it's a D4 um, for melee weapons. So 2D4s. All right, let's see. He's able to strike a total of 8. He's going to go after the leader. 4 and a 5. So he does 5 damage to the leader. So he's down to 2 now. Okay. Next up the bat is going to be 9 or lower. We have 5 here. We have one of the misfit guards. He's going to do he has a short sword, so I'm going to keep the D4s here handy. All right, so the misfit guard is going to strike the other guard, perhaps. I think the archer's still out of range. So misfit guard has to get one of the fighters, 12 or higher. 8, no go. One of the goblin fighters dodges. All right, misfit. Next is the other fighter. I'm going to say we're going to go on the other team, and it's the misfit guard. I'm sorry, it's the goblin fighter. He's going to strike the other guard who almost struck him. Oh no, there's only one more fighter left. 18. That is a hit, and he gets the weakest guard. So he strikes with his sword, and we're hitting this guy here. HP will be deduced by, or reduced by a D4. 3. Okay, so this guy is down 765. Next is going to be the other misfit guard, who is still at full health. He's going to strike the remaining goblin fighter. So let me highlight the HP. Roll D20. 19. That's indeed a hit. And then a D4 for the sword. 3. That's 3 damage, and that goblin fighter is out. Now we are back. I think we're back to the top of the list. The highest initiative is going to be Ruith, who has his magic handy. He's going to do a magic spell. Perhaps what would he do? Is it going to be a attack spell, or is it going to be a defensive spell, like a heal, perhaps? I'm going to say let's roll. Let's see. Well, it's our choice. We can roll a D100 as far as actions go. 86. That's going to be positive. So it's going to be an attack. He's going to attack the same fireball, let's say at the Gruith. Let's say the leader. I think he wants to take the leader out. No, the archer. Archer's far away, and Archer still has 9 HP left. So he's going to strike the archer. But we got to do an attack roll. 10. It is a hit, barely a hit. The fireball strikes. I'm going to do a. What did I have for the fireball? I think I did D6. I'm going to reduce that because of range to D4. So 3. And 3 is enough to bring that down to 6. All right. Next is going to be below 17. That's going to be the Goblin Fire who's dead, so he's out. We got to take him out. Next below 17 is going to be the leader. He's still in play. So, oops, he is going to be next. The leader still going after Dervish, I think. We'll do an attack roll. The leader's going to strike with his Warhammer. It's pretty big weapons. That's going to be a D6, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 14. I could probably put, you know what I forgot to do? We'll do this. D4. Again, I'm learning as I go. D4, D4, D4. Rapier. I think because he's a boss character, we'll do, because Dervish is the leader, do a D6 on that one. D6 for magic, D4 for sword. And again, this guy's dead, so it doesn't matter. All right, Goblin Leader. D6 damage, 14. Did I roll already for his hit? Don't recall. I'm gonna roll again. 9. So no go, misses. He misses Dervish, just it hits the ground, and Dervish jumps out of the way. Next is gonna be um 12, 11. Me. So we finally have. I'm going to control plant one more time, but I think I'm going to aim for the archer this time. I want to take out the want to take him out. So we'll do an attack roll with control plant. I shout the magic spell one more time. 9. Damn it. Nope, no good. It's one less than his AC. So the the archer jumps out of the way. There's just this magical beam of light. The vines pop up that dissipate, and the scroll just disintegrates, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So that item is out of my inventory. It was fun to finally use that item. I had it forever. But yeah, so we missed. The archer dodged, uh, parried. Whoops, I spelled these completely wrong this entire time. Golden. So 11, now it's the other 11. The archer is going to go after me because he knows I'm still up there. I probably could have moved, but we forgot to do that. So he's gonna fire his arrow at me. He gets 9, no go. Yep, that does not hit my AC of 14. Okay, so he misses. Arrow flies over my head. I duck. Next is going to be 10. Dervish. Dervish is going to try to do the finishing strike on the leader. So we have the roll for hit. Attack roll. 7, no go. Misses. The leader jumps out of the way. Next is going to be, who's the other 10 we got? So 4, Goblin Guard. I'm sorry, Misfit Guard. 5. The both the goblin fighters are dead, so I have to X out this guy before I accidentally choose him. And he's going to strike the leader. Leader's closest in combat. Let's roll for attack. 14. He deals damage, and his is a D4. Yep. All right, let's see what we do. 1. Damn it. The leader is down to his last breath. He's kneeling, bleeding out. And now it's the other guard. And that was when that guy was hurt too. So let's roll for damage. He's going to go after the leader. 2, no go. Leader is able to somehow dodge. But now it's back to the top of the list, I think. Who is going to be Gruith? Gruith is going to probably just do a finishing spell and take out the leader or the archer. Who does Gruith want to take out? I think Gruith wants to take out the archer because the archer is still the biggest threat in this current encounter. So Gruith is going to roll for his magic missile. And 1. It's a fail. That is a critical fail. The magic missile completely the spell just doesn't work. His hands just puff smoke, so maybe he's just out of mana or something. So next it's going to be who's next on the list? 17, the Goblin Leader, but he is hurt. But he's still in the game. So he's going to try to strike Dervish one more time before he dies. 3, no go. That makes sense. He can attack. Okay. Next is the Archer, I think. Or no, me. Yep, me. Okay, I don't have any more ranged capabilities at the moment, so I'm gonna take. I'm gonna try to see. Is there a way down I can move down the front of the cliff? Is there like a incline I can try to run down? Let's roll for story. I'm gonna say likely. If we climbed up the stiff side, the the side that has the most ledges to jump up, 60 doesn't have so likely. It does. So I'm able to. I run down the front of the hill to make my move. I move, and do I? Am I close enough to the first? Am I close enough to the leader? Let's say 50-50 on this one. Am I close enough to the leader? 75. I am not within range. Yeah, 50-50. So I'm not within range. I am just in the open. But I'm now. Uh, then this whole time Dervish sees me, and maybe he didn't know Dervish and the Misfits see me, and he shouts, "Oh, there you are!" And growth growth being being well versed in magic, and he says, "Oh, so you were the one spawning those vines." So, and I'm basically just nodding yes. So I'm going to pull my uh dagger out. That's what I have, right, dagger. Yep, I pull my dagger out. Okay, so I can't attack. I'm not in range, so I'm going to. That's all I can do. Now it's the archer. The archer, is he going to strike me, not out in the open, or is he going to attack Dervish? I think he's going to attack Dervish, knowing that the Dervish is the leader now. And then I don't have any range capabilities at the moment. Um, let's say dagger. I'm just checking something really quick here. Dagger's a D4 plus three. My bonus hit. Okay, so I might end up looking at referencing my sheet more often now because we were using a custom spell that doesn't exist or didn't. I just control plants, made it up from Karen, and then now I'm using a weapon that is per D&D 5e. So we're going to use its specs that it has the DC plus and then the damage plus three. So who is next? It's going to be the archer. Archer goes after. He's going to fire his arrow bow. Fires bow at Dervish. His hit roll is 15. Uh-oh. That does indeed hit Dervish. He has 14, so he hits, and we'll do a D4. D4 damage. Let's see what happens. 3. Uh-oh. Our Dervish is down, so 10, 9, 8. Okay. So Dervish got hurt, but he's still in the game. Not wounded. All right, next 11, 10. Dervish is up for revenge. I think Dervish is going to try to run up to the archer. He's pissed off. He's going to strike him, even though the leader is still heavily wounded. I think Dervish is pissed off. So he's going to run. He's going to move. He's going to sprint um, up to, what do you call that? Term for it. Bonus action. Can't recall that. I thought it was sprints. I'll remember when I see it. I'm thinking of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm just completely forgetting the move. Dash. Dash is one thing about it. Okay. So he's going to dash. Does that count as a move? He's going to dash up to the guard. Does that take up a move? I don't remember. Actions of combat. It does. So yeah, when you take a dash, you gain an extra movement from the current turn. 30, 60. Okay, so I cannot attack, I'm guessing. Yeah, I can't. That's an action. So I'm gonna dash not me. Dervish is gonna dash um up to the archer. Okay, so that's his turn. Next is going to be 5. The Misfit Guard. Misfit Guard is going to strike the leader. So let's do attack roll. We have to get 12 or higher. And 16. Nice. We indeed kill him. We don't have to roll because he's down to his last. So the guard is dead. And then it's just the archer. Does the archer flee? This is what I'm thinking now. Let's see. 5-4. Well, now it's not his choice yet to move. It's the next guard. The next guard is going to is the guard in range of the Misfit Guard? Is he in range to just move normally within 30 feet? And is he within range of the archer? So let's say 50-50. Is he in range? 44. He is. So he just generally moves up to the archer and strikes him. So we'll roll attack roll. 11. Oh, it does hit. Okay, good, good. So and he has a D4 sword, so we're rolling for damage against the archer. 3. Nice. 3 damage against the archer. So it deals 3. Next is the Gruith. We're done with the we're at the bottom of the list. Now we go back to the top. Gruith is ready to attack. He's going to equip. I'm going to say a staff, perhaps, which is going to be D4. And then he's going to um, move up to. Is he able to move up to the archer and finish him off? Let's see, 50-50 on this one. Is the archer close enough? 75. He's not, so he's not able to move. And he'll just move up and he'll dash up to also dash up to the archer. So that's his move right there. So Ruith and Dervish are both close to the archer, rightfully so. Now it is going to be my turn. Um, I just moved last time. If I move again, can I get in range? I'm going to say very likely. Can I get in range of the archer? 29. Very likely. Yeah, I am face up close and personal with the archer. I'm going to strike him just with my rapier. So I'm going to do attack roll to the archer. I'm going to finish this encounter up. Hopefully, 17. It was teetering on 7 too. So I do indeed strike, and it's going to be D6 damage. Hopefully we can get more than 3. 1. Damn it, my rapier. He does kind of dodge, but I'm able to strike him on the side. So 1 damage is down to 2. Now it's his turn, and it has a bow handy. I'm going to say he's going to toss the bow aside and pull out a knife or like a little a dagger of his own. D4, and he's going to strike who? We're all up close. We're basically all in range, except for I think one of these guards, 2 of the guards. So these are the guys who are up close to him. This guy, and we are too. So this is just a note for myself. Asterisk. Archer's going to strike Dervish. Dervish is the leader. So he's going to strike Dervish. Let's see if this is going to be an attack. 12. Does it hit Dervish? It does not hit Dervish. He's able to dodge. Parry. Next down the list is Dervish himself, I think. 11. Yeah, because we already went. Okay. 10. Dervish takes his rapier and tries to strike. Do attack roll. We need 10 or higher. 10. I got 10. And then the rapier is going to be oh, wow. D6. I really gave that one a buff. Okay, whatever. Rapier. 6. 6 high damage. So the archer's dead. That was our first encounter of D&D. If I did it right or not, I just kind of went with it. And we are okay. They took out the guards. They're all dead. And let's go back to story. So everybody is just covered in blood. So I'm pretty sure that's what we noticed. I'm gonna put my dice away. That has nothing to do with an encounter. There. Okay, so I have my D100 handy. And the encounter is complete. We survived. I got hurt only 2. Um Dervish, oh, I forgot to mention how what's his HP cap, 17. So he is he's relatively hurt. 17. And then Gruith is not hurt at all. So let's do this. Let's do 17 is his cap. Right now he's at 8. A little more space for the items. There we go. 8 out of 17. Dervish is pretty up there. Okay, good. So um I'm gonna go check on Dervish. So I'm gonna walk up to Dervish and check on him. So I check on Dervish. I'm sure his people are also checking on him. He's the leader. And how is he currently doing right now? Let's roll. 32. So Dervish is currently fragrant decrease. Yeah, he's very hurt. He's bleeding out. So Dervish is not mortally wounded. He's hurt. I'll just say that. I mean, it's just covering up his stomach. He's bleeding out. He's like just his stomach bleeding out. And then I'm going to think that what happens next. Let's see. I'm thinking that the Groove is going to speak. I can't roll a 0-0. It's impossible. 16. Communicate. That makes sense. Damaged. Okay, so communicate and damage. That works perfectly. Um, well, we can roll communicate. Communicate what? 55. 55 is going to be mechanical. Oh, damage mechanical. I do like the damaged one better, so I'm gonna stick with that. Ruith is not hurt, so he's gonna talk to the guards. Speaks to the guards about what would be something you can talk about. That the he's so Gruith notices that Dervish is hurt. Dervish isn't showing he's not he's hiding it well. Tells Speaks to the guards that Dervish is hurt. And then let's see what they talk about. 51. Uh Light. Gain and light. So I think that right now priority is healing Dervish for them. For me, I'm pretty neutral in all this. I help them. So I think Dervish is going to look to me, tells me that he, let's see what he said. I'm thinking that he just turns to me, he's going to speak to me. Let's see what he says. 73. Perfect. Negative. So I think he mentions that he thought we fled from earlier, but then perfect meaning like when we helped out. So like the perfect ending to it, like we killed him, but at first he said basically tells me that we he tells me that he thought I fled, but you know, but then assisted or helped out. And he thanks me. Let's just say he thanks me while he's holding his stomach because bleeding out. And I tell him glad to help. Strategy. I basically say I thought it'd be best if I had a scroll. I need to use it. I had the scroll. To me, I joke saying I had that magic scroll for some time and never used it, and this was my chance. So I basically tell him that. Joke about not using scroll for a while since like the whole adventure started. And how does he react to that joke? 48. Uh, Lacking. It's like he doesn't laugh. He's just too hurt. So it doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Now, Ruith, can he heal perhaps Dervish? Let's see if he knows any healing spells. 7. Let's see. Break. So they're going to take a break. So Misfits uh, will sit down like at a nearby rock, at a rock nearby. I'm not hurt too much, so I walk up and follow. I follow. And Dervish kind of sits back against the rock. He's kind of heavily breathing, looking around. Gruith is thinking. I'm gonna say, let's roll again. I didn't finish my own question. Can Gruith heal? Does he have a spell, or does he have anything in his inventory? 50-50 on this one. Maybe Gruith is more for offense. 35. Yeah, he does. He can heal. So, is it going to be an item, or is it going to be 50-50? Is it going to be a spell? 39. It is a spell. So Gruid is going to heal using some magic of sorts. Gruith heals Dervish. He's the healer of the group at this point. Heals Dervish with magic. And then, so Dervish will heal. We'll go back to his NPC list. And 17 is a full heal. Let's say it's a D6 or 2D6s. I'm gonna say it's a 2D6 heal. Dervish, Gruith. Here, we'll do 2D6 heal. 3. Okay, that wasn't much. Um, Maybe he's a little worn out from the battle. I think that's more suitable for the narrative. 3. So 9, 10, 11. So 3 only. Let's say Gruith magic is or his mana is still low. Needs they need he says they need to find a place to rest. Like a short rest, but they're currently, we're in this major trail, and we just encountered a goblin, a rival gang to the Misfits, whoever they were. So, um, now this Goblin Gang, did we talk about them much at all? Are these guys? Let's roll for. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, here. This will help in the narrative. Um, I'm gonna ask. I asked Dervish who were those guys because I don't think we do from earlier. Let's see. Let's check the narrative here. Sparky. Right. We don't. We haven't kept track of Sparky much. Oh yeah, Sparky ran back. I forgot. Sparky's hiding behind us. The Goblin ambush the entire Misfits scout party kills all of them. Oh, that's from earlier. That's right. The rival Goblin gang slaughtered the rest of the Misfits. The Goblin captain had hunch that the Misfits were in the area. Okay, so the Goblin gang, who are they? So yes, we asked who those guys were, and Dervish reveals the following. Let's see. Who were those guys? I'm rolling for detail. 2056. Mechanical. Um, it says good. Oh, they used to be allies. Oh, that's interesting. So good. I rolled good, but I'm thinking that they used to be allies. So reveals that um, they are former misfits, but okay, I like that. Interesting, like a human goblin mix. 25. Empty. So create the empty, but the goblins wanted to create their own because they felt like they didn't feel like they were doing much. So they went on to make their own faction. So, but they maybe they betrayed. Like I don't know, because like is it racism? Like did the goblins hate humans, but they initially joined out of just curiosity? Because I think Dervish is the kind of person just kind of recruit anybody he feels that might be of help. So maybe it wasn't just all humans in the Misfits. Misfits does make sense. Like the name itself can suggest that it's a conglomerate, not conglomerate. It's um a faction of just random races of people, of yeah, of characters. So like goblins, orcs, um, kobolds, etc. But probably mostly humans now. So I'm thinking that Dervish reveals that they are former misfits, but they betrayed um, him a long time ago. Like a job went bad, they took gold. Like it's basically just they split. They split. So yeah, they've always been rivals. They are rivals to the misfits. And what do they call them? Maybe I'm thinking. Let's roll for it. 18. Competition dangerous. They are dangerous competition. That does make sense. Uh, the dangers. I'm trying to think of a name. Like I think like the Juggernauts, but the danger fits. Like the dangers. I like that. Just the dangers. Danger House. They are known as the Danger House. Now, is that was that the entire Danger House, or is there more? I'm gonna say nearly certain there's more of them. 33. Yeah, there is gonna be a lot more of them. So let's go to our NPC list. We now have a new team basically, or a new character to include here. The Danger House, a competing let's see, a competing group of goblin bandits that Golden. I think I'm Golden, like Jeffrey Golden. Goblin goblins that are former misfits. A group. Okay, yeah, they're former. So we understand they're just kind of low-level thieves. So they're a competing group of goblins that are former misfits. The Danger House. I like that. I really do. So we're surprised, like, wow, okay, there's more than one of you guys, basically. Um, now I asked them, I asked him, is there more of them up north or nearby in this area? Let's see, what does he say? Let's just see what he says. We can do an oracle or do this. 85. Ruined. Positive, but ruined. Okay. The Danger House, they love to be in areas of just complete ruin and abandonment. That's how they house themselves, the Danger House. So um, he explains that the Danger House love to camp in ruins, like abandoned areas, basically desolate areas. And that makes sense because we're nearby a village that most likely, like, on a world map, we're nearby North Rock, which is most likely devastated by the volcano that is just a little further east. So um, I'm going to mention, I think we've already filled the detail. I'm going to reconnect the dot that's saying like maybe we should expect more at North Rock, being it's been um, devastated by the volcano, by the ash cloud, by the ash. So Ruith, I'm gonna say probably pitches in here. And what does he say about that? He's the wise one. 11 and cold. So he's going to say that probably should change plans, and it's cold at this time of year, or just I mean, it's becoming nighttime. It's getting. I'm going to say it's getting cold. It made the sun setting, so sun is setting. I haven't really been keeping track of the time of day that well, so I do apologize about that. It's been just kind of a mental note. Sun is setting. He Gruith suggests change of plans, set up camp. Dervish, I'm gonna say Dervish agrees because he needs a rest to heal completely. I look for Sparky. Now, do I see Sparky like in the distance? I'm gonna say nearly certain. Maybe Sparky is walking up at the moment after everything calmed down. Yeah, for certain. Sparky's I rolled an 8. Nearly certain that's within exceptional the S1 to 17. So Sparky's walking up. So that does make complete sense. I didn't want Sparky to take part in the battle in that encounter, so Sparky fled temporarily. Um, she is approaching, so she's all right. Okay, and the guards, they're prepping camp. So, is there a place nearby to set up camp? Like I'm gonna say, likely 94. There's not. Oh, that's exceptional. No, there is not. Unfortunately, it is a very narrow cliffside, and the only way is either back to where we came or moving forward. So, um, the misfits don't notice. I'll just put this. There is no good area to set up camp yet. Gruith, I think Gruith has been kind of the not like the leader per se of them, but he has the ideas, like he's the brains of the outfit. Dervish is the leader, but I think Gruith is kind of like his like right hands as far as like information, locations, and where to go, stuff like that. Um, Gruith suggests that we travel further um, up north to find a cave or an opening to set up camp. And I think Dervish agrees with that while he's panting. Um, so Dervish orders, let's see what Dervish does. I don't want to avoid the Oracle too much. 26. Create. So Dervish just basically creates new orders. He tells the two remaining, because these are the last two guards he has in his entire outfit, two guards to scout ahead, but be scout ahead, but be careful. Look for an area to set up camp. Okay, I volunteer. I'm going to go with them. So I volunteer that I will go with them, and Gruith will suggest. I think Gruith will suggest will remain because he's the strongest character in the team. So He'll remain with. He's been a strong character this entire campaign. Hell, he's found that this tracer that's been able to go practically anywhere and find us if it ever got lost. I think Rose is definitely a very overpowered character at this point, but he'll remain with Dervish to protect him, to guard him, essentially to protect. And then yeah, okay, so um, we go on our way. So uh, I follow the two guards up the mountain because I think this whole encounter kind of happened in a little opening, not really a camp friendly opening, but like a spot where it kind of turned up the trail. So now we're going kind of back up the mountain. And as we're walking, as the sun's setting, it's getting cold. Let's roll to see what happens. 95, 65. New. We find something new. Interesting. Okay, so we reach the top of the trail and find, that's the question, what do we find? Let's see. Because I'm not using solo page engine, I have to kind of just think of these things on the spot. Keys, another Oracle, 98. A surprise. Oh, valuable. Oh, interesting. We find something surprisingly valuable. We find something uh, valuable, but surprising. You know what we didn't do? We didn't loot the whole entire freaking convoy. The whole. I just realized I completely forgot to loot the bandit, the goblins. Maybe we just didn't have time. I'm gonna say we just didn't have time. Maybe Dervish and Ruith will loot them. So um, I'm going to. All right, so it'll be valuable and surprising in this kind of area in the mountains. Um, the goblins, did they? It's valuable, so it's something that is going to be. Well, obviously it's surprising for us, but I'm going to say, that's a tough one. Maybe it's a carriage. It's a wagon that the. Oh, it's the goblin's wagon. It's the Danger House's own wagon that they um, maybe left behind to encounter us. So okay, that's we find the wagon, a wagon. We don't know yet necessarily yet. That's the danger house. A wagon. The guards approach it to see if anybody is nearby. I stand patiently. I mean, I walk around the wagon. It's just a wagon. It's not like a carriage. There's no interior. It's just a bare open wagon. Well, maybe it has a tarp over it or some kind of cloth. So let's put that in the detail. We find a wagon. Um, it has a cloth over it. The guards are kind of taking their swords and poking it. One is going to look under. Is there anything underneath the? Let's see. Is there anything underneath the? Well, first off, is there anyone around the area? This is just a cliffside. I'm going to say very unlikely. 60. Oh my gosh, 91. Is there anyone around us? No, it's just us. Okay, good. So there's no one around us. Okay, it's exceptional no. Oh, but it's quiet. So exceptional no basically means the same as no, beyond your expectations. We see North Rock, but there's just nothing. There's no source of light. There's a huge cloud of ash over it. So we can see the entire valley of North Rock. I'm gonna say North Rock is at the bottom of the valley, but in the mountains, and it's just completely barren. There's no torches. There's nothing. There's no light source. The sun's setting. So I walk around the wagon. I also see North Rock. Is that the town name I decided on? Used to be Rain. Yeah, North Rock. Okay. I see North Rock completely abandoned. No light sources, anything. So, do the guards find anything underneath the net or the cloth? Let's say very likely. You find anything? 83. They do. Oh, they don't actually. They don't find anything at all. Wow, that's upsetting. So the cloth is just it was just like it's just draped down. So the wagon's empty. But we did roll earlier valuable. Maybe it was just the wagon itself. There's nothing underneath the tarp, or I'm sorry, the cloth. So the guards don't find anything underneath the tarp, but I find something, I'm thinking, because I rolled valuable earlier, which means I find something that's not necessarily where the guards are looking. So let's see where I find it. 88. Rustic. Ooh, something old. I find something in the front of the wagon. Like maybe there's a compartment. Is there a compartment? Let's see, nearly certain. 37. There is. So I find a compartment, and it's not a lockbox or anything. It's not a locked compartment. It's just kind of like it's a little like where you can slip something in. It's just a little shelf, like a little pocket in the front. So I find a something valuable. So let's do some rolls and see what we can narrow it down to, because I don't have like a table to choose from. 63. It's information, rustic. So it's old. Let's see here. One second, guys. So rustic, like pottery, something simple, plain. So it's a simple item that's valuable, but I rolled 63, which is information. Hmm. It's a map or it's a letter? It's a map, perhaps. Oh, you know what? I think it's a map. Is it a map? 50-50. 40, it is. So we find a map. I find another map. I'm gonna say it, but it's in the map is coated because I rolled valuable. The map is coated in gold. It's like it's a plaque. Okay, I find a gold plated map. Maybe it's like it looks like it was taken from something. It's like an artifact. It's an artifact. Now, do I show the guards this? Like, do they see me? Are they busy looking through that empty cloth? Do they see me? 50-50. 76. They don't. They're busy. I'm going to hide this thing for now. Like I said, I'm kind of a neutral prospect part of this whole Misfits game, but I don't necessarily want them. I think I'm going to keep this myself. So I'm going to add this to my inventory. I'm going to add, I'll pause the video so I can add this because my screen's a little further away. I don't want to like lean over while you guys are watching. Okay, so I added the gold-plated plaque. That's what I called it in my inventory. So I'm stuffed that in my bag. I'm basically I look to the guards and I basically say nothing around here, guys. So um, I lied to them. Now I lied. That does require a roll, but they're occupied with that whole. Um, this is charisma. I'm going to follow D&D logic here. Yep, yep, yep. So um, gold-plated plaque. What's my charisma at? My charisma is going to be. I'm sorry, persuasion. Would this be persuasion or performance? Um, Deception. This would be deception. Yep. +4. Okay, I'm gonna roll +4. It's a let's see. Okay. Roll my d20. Try to deceive them. 14. So oh yeah, I need difficulty. They're too occupied with I'm gonna say 12 maybe or 10 or 12 DC. So I lied to them that I didn't find anything. And I think yeah, 14 +4, 18. That's good. That's a good enough roll. They don't really think I'm gonna lie to them, so I think that's good DC. I do apologize. Next time I'll apply a DC for that. And I did make that mistake in the Bastards episode, chapter one, with Ryan. So they kind of throw arms up in the air and they just say, well, nothing here. So nothing. The guards say nothing here. But then they notice that the guards see that um, the guards see North Rock, and what do they think of North Rock? Let's see. It was 20 out of the way here. D6s. Let's see how they react. 9. Burden. Okay. And clean. Yes. So they notice. Yeah, they notice that it's gonna be a burden that there's no light source. That North Rock is completely empty. So they think it's gonna be more trouble. More of the goblins. The danger house will be there. See that there is no 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 one in town, or it looks abandoned, looks abandoned. They acknowledge, they think of the danger house at the same time. So just picture them talking like, it's abandoned, but I'm pretty sure the danger house will be there. And I think the danger house are smart enough not to have any torches lit up and giving away their positioning. So um, I'm going to look. I look around for a spot to camp if there's anything nearby. Let's do a DC roll, so, or a check. Let's do a perception check to see if we can find anything nearby. That's We could ask the Oracle, or we can just do this. So um, I think this is more just a narrative roll. So is there any places nearby 50-50 to set up camp? 50-50. 78. There's not. But what do I find? I don't see a place that I don't see. I look around. I don't see anywhere to camp. 25. But create. So I suggest we just let's see. That's hard to decide. Um, it's a really thin trail down. I'm sure it goes down to North Fork to North Rock. So we're at the very top, and then it goes down into the canyon. So, and if it's like that, I'm thinking that the map will update the map to this. So like this and like that. Let's lower this a little bit. Let's center it. Align center. Oh shoot, not like that. Um, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I think it's a canyon of sorts. Maybe the Temple Legion is right on the right of it. That would make sense. The volcano is the Temple Legion. I think we figured that out. So this is an entire canyon. So North Rock is basically in the middle of a of this area. So that makes complete sense. Okay, so we're looking at North Rock, and we look around for a spot to camp. I didn't see anything myself. Did the guard see anything that I don't? Let's roll 50-50 on this. 49. They do see something, barely. Maybe I didn't go. I probably should have the DC roll, but they barely see a spot to camp. And what do they see? 30. Hmm, interesting. Okay. So what I rolled didn't really relate to that, but it probably will relate to the future. I rolled deceit and feeble. It's deceitful. I don't know. So I'm thinking like maybe they see a spot further down. They see a deceit, a cave. So they see a cave further down. This cave, I'm going to say maybe it's a quarter mile down. So one of the guards, was a barely yes, one of the guards sees a cave much further down the trail, the path. And he tells his other guard, I see a trail further down. We should go look. So they're gonna go walk off. I turn back and I see Dervish and Gruith chatting. So the uh, the two guards walk down the path to the cave. Walk down the path to the cave. And remember, I still have that gold plaque. Um, will I follow them, or will I go tell? I'm in this middle point right now. I'm trying to decide what's going to be what's going to be the most logical. I think I'll just continue walking them. I hesitate for a second, but then I follow. So I wait for a moment, just take a deep breath, and then we'll follow the guards. So we walk down to this cave. We walk down. Do we walk down with any problems? Let's see. 87. Progress. Yeah, we make progress. We find the cave. So we see the cave. We approach the cave. It's a little further down. And then is this cave just what kind of cave is this? Because maybe it's man-made. Is it ancient? 41. environment. So this is a natural cave. We look inside. Is there anybody in the cave? Let's say unlikely. Yeah, unlikely. Is there anybody in the cave? 36. Unlikely. Oh, barely a no. There is somebody was here. So let's just say that the cave looks empty, but somebody was here. And I say there was a fresh flame. So there um there was a campfire inside. So there's actually already wood, and maybe there was an open flame, but it's out. So I have a feeling that this was actually where the goblins were hanging out. So um, I mentioned that this might have been where the danger house were camping out. We're just camping out. So the guards probably agree. I think the guards agree. Is the cave like going to be further deep? Like, is it a deep cave or is it just going to be like a hole in the wall, essentially? Let's do 50-50 on that. I think this might open up a good narrative point. 50-50. Is it a deep cave? 36. It is. Yes, there's actually the cave actually goes a little deeper. 36 it's a good yes. Like it's a middle yes. So it goes a little further in, but I don't think it goes in too far. So we notice the cave goes in a bit deeper, maybe 30 feet in. So we see rocks, we see like dripping water, just like looks like it's just a regular old cave. It gets dark, so um no one's in the cave, so we know that there's no creature in there. We already rolled that. Um uh let's see. The guards, I'll tell the guards. I asked the guards, um, do you do you do you both want me to go tell Dervish? Like, do they? So what they say? Yes or no? It's just a straight yes or no. 18. Yes, they want me to go back up there and tell Dervish. Okay, so they say yes. They want me to go back and tell Dervish. Okay, good. That's a strong yes, not exceptional yes. If it was exceptional yes, I think one of the guards would want to come with me. So they kind of trust me. All right, so I turn around. I agree. I don't have anything like I don't. That's not really a problem. I'm not. I'm not really hurt that badly. I turn around and walk back up the path, and now I'm going back south. I reach the top, and what do I see? This will probably be the very ending of the episode. 34. A delay, something frightening. Oh, something frightening causing a delay. Ah, interesting. Um, no, the delay is to me, and it's frightening. Do I still have the? Hold on a second. Do I still have the box? Mysterious box. I do. I'm thinking that this is box related. So delay, frightening. Now, does this delay have to do with the box? Like I'm just walking up to the top. I can probably see Dervish and Ruth in the distance at that turn point where the battle is. Does this have to do with the box? Yes, 50-50. 90? Oh my gosh. 99. It does not. You know what it is? It's another quake, and that is a very strong no. So it's another quake, but this quake is bad. So another quake strikes, but since we're so close to the volcano explodes. There's a huge burst of lava and fire and just smoke. So quake occurs, very powerful because of that roll. I basically just turned the entire story around here. The volcano explodes once more. Uh, it's just fury of fire and volcano shooting out rock. Just this huge explosion, um, shooting out fireballs. There's just a bunch of stuff spewing out of it, smoke, and it's so close that I think I'm looking at it. And let's roll to see what happens. 32. decrease. So the lava is actually it's starting to spew over the volcano and it's starting to decrease down the valley, and it's heading towards North Rock. So lava is falling out, and lava is basically yeah spewing and creeping down the mountain. So I do apologize about all the spelling errors, but that's just fine around the mountain now. Is creeping down the mountain, and from the I does the volcano the quake happens, so things are shaking. So do I am I going to do athletics check to see if I can is the let's do because we're so close, the difficulty of 15 will be pretty relevant. So I'm giving a difficulty for this one, the DC. We're doing athletics check +3 on this roll. I'm proficient in it. So 16. I'm barely able to catch my balance. So DC 15. I rolled a 16. Athletics check. I catch my balance off the like I grab a rock or some kind of stick poking on the ground, something a tree bark. I catch my balance from the shake, from the quake. I'm holding on to a tree bark, just sticking out from the side. That's good. That's good. I love it. I love this. This is a great episode. Tree bark. Now the guards are they stumbling around? So let's do 15 for them. So the guards because we're not too far from them right now. The two guards, DC 15. Let's see. The first one 9. Nope. Okay. Rolls equals 9, and the other one. These are more like saving throws, I guess. No, they're just 17. Okay, one guard is able to catch, but the other guard, it's such a bad quake. He basically falls. I think he falls off the side of the cliff. Bye bye. So one guard um, trips and falls off the side of the cliff to his death. I'm gonna like, does he fall to his death? Likely. We're pretty high up, 31. Yeah, he does. So there goes one guard. Falls off the side of cliff to his death. All right, one guard's down, and the other guard he was able to the other maybe holds onto the. I'd say maybe one guard was a little outside the cave, the other guard was in the cave, so maybe he just kind of stumbles. The other stumbles in the cave, doesn't hurt himself or anything. That's a bad hit, quite to knock him off the side of the cliff. Now Dervish, I see the guard fall. I giggle. I look back. I look to. Uh, Now, do I see them stumble? I didn't really specify if I look. Hmm. I'm gonna say I did see that. So I heard the scream. The Wilhelm scream. So I hear one guard scream from the fall, and then just a body, a thud. I look to Dervish and Ruith. Now, Dervish is sitting down, I think. So I think he's just gonna probably fall off the rock. But the DC is 15, so DC 15. Let's see what he rolls. So Dervish will roll 8. So yeah, he falls off the rock. Falls off the rock that he's been sitting on. But it's not. I don't think it's really that bad. Um, Oops. Yeah, right. Dervish falls off the rock. Now for Gruith, what's he going to do? 17. Gruith is able to catch himself. Gruith maintains his balance. Well, I don't think it was even that troubling for him. Maintains his balance. And then the quake stops. So let's see what happens if the quake does the quake stop. 13. Colorful. Okay, so the quake stops, but I look to the volcano again and see just a mixture of colors of the sunset. It's just this beautiful like sunset with the fire and death and danger, all that stuff mixing in. So it's just different colors. It's like a rainbow of just death. So I see a rainbow of of death. So fire, smoke, the sunset, etc. Just all that stuff mixing in. The colors Basically, that's what the episode ends. So we just see this ray of light poking the sunlight poking through this volcano of just complete doom. So yeah, that's what the episode will end. Yeah, perfect. All right, I love it. That was good. That was a really good episode. Let's call it the let's see. We had a huge encounter from the beginning that took up it took up a good part of the episode. Hour and 15, not bad. My videos try to be around an hour. And then we didn't loot the let's leave the question for the next episode 20. So episode 21, sorry. The question for that one will be loot the goblins, maybe? Because I completely missed that. Sparky. Oh no, we didn't roll for Sparky. Let's roll for Sparky. I'm gonna consider my initiative 2 for Sparky, +3. So 15. Sorry, Sparky. Oh, 19, perfect. Sparky's fine. Okay, Sparky is fine. Sparky's a dog, can hold on. Kind of like Sparky kind of got down a little bit, just holding on when it's shaking. So Sparky's fine. I almost forgot about that. Um, but at least I remember this time. Loot the goblins. So yeah, so we know what happened to everybody. One guard died. Haha. And I think that's it. So this episode will be called uh we okay, let's get some context. We defeated the goblins. This part the leader was there, so now I think the danger house is going to be dismantled or disorganized because the leader's dead. Or maybe it was just the leader of that group. We didn't really touch on that, did we? Okay, we'll see what happens when we get to narratively. We'll see what happens when we get um, the to the to North Rock. So North Rock is right around the corner, literally. And we had a quake, we had a wagon. Oh, the plaque. So the golden plaque. I think that's what it's called. So we're called the golden plaque because that might be related to the entire purpose of the quest, along with the box. The box was almost uh, related to the quake to what we rolled, but then I just decided it was the quake. So I think the box has been pretty quiet because we know it's kind of like haunted or possessed in a way. So the golden plaque is the name of this episode. There we go. Plaque. All right. Or the golden map, maybe? Yeah, the golden map, because it is a map. So I'll make sure my inventory is correct on that one. Yeah, I'm going to change the name to the gold plated map. Whoops. I typed in the wrong keyboard. There we go. The golden map. That's better. All right. It's a plaque. Whoops. Yeah. A golden map. There we go. Good. I'm trying to keep track of my keyboards here. So um yeah, the golden map. That's really it. I think we're done with this episode, guys. That was episode 20. We did our first episode of D&D. We're back to the one page mythic for that episode. We had our first real big encounter of D&D, and we had some DC checks. We had some initiative rolls, etc. So a couple of bumps in the beginning, but I felt like this episode went pretty well. We have found the golden map. We lost a few people. We killed all those goblins. I think it went pretty well. So the adventure continues. And again, we are going to, before I forget, I need to update a few things. So we added the Danger House, which is the competing group of goblins that are former misfits, which does add some interesting twines in the story. No new locations. Main quest to play. Yep. So defeated. Oh yeah, that's right. The goblins crew was part of the Danger House. We found a golden map. There we go. The quake. Yep, there was another one. Yep, another quake. Another huge quake. It's probably the biggest one so far. Volcano eruption. There we go. And yeah, I think that's it. Eruption. Yeah, nothing from the merchants yet. So there we go. We update our notes. Quest list is updated. Location list is nothing new. But in any event, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on 830 RPG.